Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first event in the season 23-24. Glad to see you after the break. The last meeting was on July, I suppose, so it was a long time ago. So today, agenda is following. So at the beginning, Jacek will talk about the usage of AI in the industry. Then there will be a short break and a beer time, of course, like always. And after that, Felipe will talk about the usage of lifecycle nodes in the ROS project. So both presentations will be very interesting. And then, of course, well, we plan to have lightning talks, but probably no one volunteered for presenting. And after that, and here are the links for our meetup and the Discord, so you can follow and uh, so here are our sponsors. Thanks for Odeta, thanks for sharing and supporting us the meeting, and Husarian for supporting the beer. And also we want to thank you for media sponsor. The Weekly Robotics is probably one of the most famous robotic news provider. So you can check this newsletter and subscribe. Okay, so about the beers. So probably everyone got the vouchers for the beer, and after that you can order another beer for the Husarian ward. So go to the bar and just ask beer for the Husarian. Yeah, so that's it from my side. Jagoda, do you want?
Yes, maybe just one sentence. We're always very happy to host you here. So if you want to check out more IT events that we're hosting here in Techies, you can check out our website, techiespace.com, or our profile on Facebook or meetup.com. And I think that's it. Thank you so much and enjoy the space once again.
Thank you. And yeah, Jacek, it's your turn.
To musimy się przebić.
No, trochę po angielsku jest, więc przepraszam.
No, za to.
Jeszcze się uczyłem. Spoko, nie?
Hello, whoa. Raz. Czy jest komfortowo? Zaraz przechodzę na angielski. Spokojnie. Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Jacek Smoluch and I am a product leader in a Mitsubishi Electric company. I decide to introduce myself firstly, in the very first, I would like to say thank you for inviting me right here. And I would like to say that I do not know how deep should I go during my presentation. So if you would like to have some tech questions, I've got two friends with two friends of mine, which gonna answer all of the tech questions. We're gonna go slightly through the topic of the artificial intelligence in the industrial robots, and let's go on. But firstly, I would like to say that recently we have a very big event in the Mitsubishi. We invited a lot of customers, and I prepared myself for this presentation for so long. Yes, it takes me a good while until I did a good presentation, until I was happy from my presentation and so on. So I presented, and I was so happy. I was like, okay, I passed it. So it was quite okay for me, and it was a less formal part of the event. And I saw that one of the customers just looking on me from the corner, yes, and he was like, and I was like, what's going on? What happened? And what does he want? Yeah? So I saw that he was empty the courage elixir and come to me, and he said that your presentation was very okay, but you're clicking this cover all of the time, and I cannot focus. Yeah, so right now I'm just taking it off. And I need to take care of the batteries because the batteries just went off also. Yes. So let's go on. Let's go on right now. And let's say that the history goes full circle. Yes, from an ages. It happens once and once again. And many of years ago, during the first industrial revolution, the workers were afraid of the machines because they said that it will take our works. Yes. When the time is just passing by and we reached the time when we had the first phones, the people were afraid because they said that it will take our privacy. Then we've got the times where the first radio is going on the time, and the people said that okay, the government will be manipulate us by this radio. We've got the same situation with the computer, that the people said that it will take the control of us, of our machines, and so on. And right now, people are afraid of the artificial intelligence. Yes, so because they said that they will take everything from us, which was mentioned above. And that's maybe true, because even the god of the AI, artificial intelligence, Mr. Geoffrey Hinton, said that we have to be extremely careful using artificial intelligence, because if we can teach a good things to artificial intelligence, we also can learn about things. And there's always some kind of a villain which gonna try to reach a sub goals of this guy. Yeah, so we have to be extremely careful by using it. But he also said that we should use the opportunity and use the power which AI gives us. And today I would like to say about this power, not about the bad things. Yeah, so in the industry, there's a lot of strategies of the maintenance of the robots. One of them is a reacting strategy. Yeah, so we're just making the actions when something bad happens with the robot, for example. Then we're gonna tell that we prevent for some events. So we do not even let them happen. Yeah, so then we are talking about the condition monitoring strategy. So we are monitoring the condition of any device which we have inside one by one. And the next stage, the next step of the maintenance strategy is to take care by using artificial intelligence or some algorithms which gonna tell us in some advance that something's gonna happen with something. Yes. And last but not least, we are going to reach the strategy which is called prescriptive one. So we are going to reach the level when the artificial intelligence is gonna tell us that something's gonna happen with very good precision of the date and what kind of device is going to be broken. During my 5 years as a service engineer, I've spending many time in the car and even more in the customers field. Yeah, so during 5 years in the Mitsubishi Electric as a service engineer, I drove more than 500,000 kilometers in the car. We've been traveling all around the Central Eastern Europe, and most of the strategies we have seen there was reacting one. Yeah, so there were no any piece of even will to change the strategy for a prevent, even a just condition monitoring. Yeah, so totally no. So the Central Eastern Europe customers are reacting on the events, nothing more. Yeah, so that's the problem, and that's why we, as a Mitsubishi Electric, as a manufacturer of the robots, we would like to give the customers a possibility to change their strategy onto the next stage, onto the next steps, the levels. And this is our approach to artificial intelligence. There's this small card, Mitsubishi Melfa Smart Plus, which gives us a power. Okay. My mistake. I was afraid that I didn't put this slide into that. This card is divided into two types. Yes, the one type is the type which is using the intelligent function, and the second one is the type which is using the artificial intelligence, which is embedded inside. There's a lot of many different functions inside which could be used to program robot, to enhance calibration using the force sensor and so on. Important functions in our opinion are those two functions, because the benefits coming from this using these functions are the biggest for the company. I mean, the preventive and predictive maintenance. When we just put the card into the proper slot, we have an access to which monitor. Our robot is constantly monitoring a lot of parameters, like temperature, bearing condition, condition of the bowling screw, condition of the gears, of the harmonic drive, timing belts, how many hours does robot work, how many hours does the servo have been powered on, and so on and so on. Those parameters there's a lot of these parameters. And after putting this card inside, all of these parameters have been put into the algorithm, and the algorithm give us very useful tools like a total score, data logging, maintenance simulation, notification, and abnormality detections, and make some kind of a model of the robot which is released as a numbers. Yeah, so there is nothing we have to do. We have all it on the one time, and those numbers, I mean, the detection level. Detection level is the most important number we have after 30 days of normal constant work of the robot. Robots have to work with normal conditions for the 30 years, and this normal level is being pointed out. Yes, and after that, 30 days. Years. 30 years? Yeah, 30 years, just quite a bit long. Yeah, so it's 30 days. We just have to wait for about 30 days, and then we have that. Yeah, so this detection level is then how to say that? It's the normal level when nothing is gonna happen bad with the robot. After crossing this limit, if something happened, like for example, we are hitting the wall, or we are changing the speed of the motors, of the gears, and so on. We have an information that, okay, something happened right here. And right after that, when our card detects that something had happened, we have an information immediately for the maintenance department that, okay, something is going wrong, but something is going wrong with the gear. Yes, so we have an information which part of the robot could be damaged. And this is first in the first slide there was a question: is it a math or is it a magic? For me, it's also the magic, because I do not know how it goes that this is a gear, this is not a motor. Yeah, so we are trying to call our Japanese colleagues to, okay, let us know how to speak about this AI and how to say that, okay, we are 100% sure that this is the gear, this is not the motor. And they said, oh no, this is a secret. So right now we only have the information that, okay, this is a gear and we have to believe it and we have to trust them. Yes? But we are pushing this car to the market for about 2 years right now. There's a lot of customers which are working with us with the feedback, and it's going quite okay. Let's say, yes, that the accuracy of this card is good enough for the customers. And the next possibility, because right here we've got a one functionality, yeah, so abnormality detection. And the next thing, but I'm showing my back to the guys from the stream. Okay, so I'm gonna change my side. And the next thing is that the card could tell you that. Let's consider this. We have a very good production. We have a very big production, and the deadline is coming. Yeah, so that's quite typical in the industry. And we cannot afford to robots stop. And we know that the time when the robot should be maintained is coming. Yes, but the card is telling us, okay, if you decrease the speed to 80%, we can go for about 1 or 2 months more. So you can end the production, and then we're gonna do the maintenance. Yeah, so this is some kind of facility that we can simulate the maintenance of the robot. Okay. And the simulation when we simulate it, yes. So for how many hours and how many days during this period we're gonna work, we're gonna have any information about the grease, steaming bell, and the overall level of how the robot is worn, maybe not wear, but worn. And why we should do that, and why we do that? Why the AI is going on right now? Well, in the beginning of 2023, the International Federation of Robotics told us about 5 top trends in the robotization and automatization in the world. One of them is robots easier to use, not only for the programming, but also for the maintain and just for the using. Yes, because we are in the industry, in the production industry, we are facing the extremely big problem with the manpower shortage. Yes, and that's why the robots are a very natural answer for the lack of the human power inside. But if you have more robots on the factory, you need more experts, much more experts to maintain them. But the training of the experts lasts for about 3 years, that the customer said. That's after 3 years, you're an independent engineer which could take care of the robots, of the programming of the robots, and so on. Yeah, so we have some gap between now and what we really need. So that's we as a robot manufacturers do, that we would like to do our robots much more easier to use. Okay, but let's go back to the robots, because right now there's only a theory and so on. But what do we really need to put this card on to work, to the life? We only need this robot. So this is a very typical robot from the Mitsubishi Electric, and this controller for this robot, which are just set. So we just need the robot. We are just putting card inside, and it's almost done, because we have to change one parameter. And we really are almost done then, because the card is right now logging the data, and the card is working, but we have to access this data. This is the most important thing, that if we have the data is called right now what the steel and the oil was called years ago. This is the fuel for the companies. And over 200 years ago, the Lord Kelvin, the same guy with the absolute zero, said that when you can measure something and talk about this something in the numbers, you know something about this. So just then we can optimize the production, and that's what we are going to. Yes. So it was almost done, because what we missed is the software to reach the data, and our software, our application, to reach the data is called Meet the Robot. Meet the Robot is the most intuitive application that most of us has, like Jak dojadę, for example. Yeah? So you are just going there, and there is nothing which could you not go through. It's extremely easy because you are just getting some kind of dashboard, and you can connect as many robots as you just said. And as you could see, there's also robots without an AI card. Yes, so this is not a problem to this application, but when we get the robot which is embedded with an NI card inside, we have a much more precise data from them. We are not looking on the indicators based on the time, but we are just having exact and real state of each of part inside of the robot. And this is the main difference, and this is why we are pushing to use an AI into our robots, because we would like to change the way we are maintaining our robots from the time-based management, like here, to time to worn-based management. What does it mean? During the 5 years, I've been visiting so many customers that it happened many times that those indicators goes directly to the zero. But the real working indicator for the robot was, for example, 4K hours. Yeah, so this is only some kind of percentage of the robot. The problem is that those indicators are going down because of the power on time. They are not counting the servo on time and so on. And when we are putting the card inside, we have the percentage usage of each part inside, counting from the grease, steaming belts, bearings, gears, motors, and so on. Yeah, so this is a real state which is coming inside. And this card, as I said in the very beginning, that from the reacting maintenance strategy, we can go to the next steps, like a preventive, predictive, and condition monitorings. I think that personally there is a big difference between them when we are using the card, because we got all of the possibilities inside. Okay, let's zoom it up. I would not like to make you wait any longer. And the main benefits of using the card, and using not card but using AI for the engineers from the maintenance department, is that we can plan the failure. Yeah, so this is a very important benefit, that sometimes when we are pushed by the production, we can plan the failure. Yeah, so we can plan when our service department should come to us and do the maintenance for the robots. The next benefit is that we are avoiding the very costful breakdowns. We've got an example of one of the customer which is producing the paper filters for our car air condition. They have signed the contract for the maintenance with time reaction, and we've been there after 8 hours from the first call with all of the parts necessary to repair the robots. And they said that every minute of robot stops costs them 30 euros. Yeah, so it's pretty easy to count that they lost about 13Ks during the 8 hours. And the problem is that they knew that they should do the maintenance, but they have the production, and they didn't call us. So that's why they lost such kind of a big money, I think. And we are making that our robots live a much longer. So that's very typical, like a car. When you are taking the care of your car properly, it's gonna live longer. And the same is with the robots. But the most important and the biggest benefits by using the artificial intelligence in the industry is that we are giving the time, which is the one thing that you cannot buy, to our engineers. Yeah, so how skillful team you're gonna have, or how excellent engineers do you gonna have? If they're gonna do the shitty job for the 8 hours, they're gonna do the shitty job. They're not gonna be able to make some kind of optimization or great ideas. Yes, so the time is given to them, and they are becoming happy because they can face the most engineering problems, and they can put to the life of great ideas they have. And the most important thing, that they have a lot more time for the morning coffees. Yeah? So this is it. And as Mr. Gordon Geoffrey said, we have to be extremely careful by using this, but then AI is giving us extremely big possibility to use it. And in that field, in the industry, we should not be afraid of using it because frankly speaking, the Polish industry and the industry in the Central Eastern Europe is not ready for the Industry 4.0, which AI is I think, the next step or the one of the steps inside. There's only a few companies which are ready to take a preventive or prediction or predictive strategy of the maintenance for the robots. So in front of us, there's a big span of time which should be taken to put this NI on to the level that we should be warned of. Yes. Okay. So this is the end of this my presentation as about the prevention and predictive maintenance. And as my boss was having information that I'm coming here, he was like, okay, so this is a very good advertisement time for you and for us, for the Mitsubishi, because I know that there's a lot of experts right here and there's only a skillful guys over here. And some of you may be on the way to change the job or are interested of industrial robots. Yes, so hold on. We are here for you and we want you. Yeah, so if you are looking for the job or would like to, I don't know, try yourself in the industry and work with the global side company, blah 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 blah. No, this is a bullshit. Yeah, so this is a very good company. I'm a living example because I started right after my studies. Yes, as a service engineer. And since the 2 years, I'm developing myself in the product marketing. So there's always a path to come to the ladder step by step. So if you are just interested, just scan this and put your CV inside, because this bald ginger man is looking for you. And right now is the good time to ask the question. Yeah. So if you have any question, please ask it right now. O. A co to? Drugi mikrofon do pytań. Aha, mikrofon do pytań.
Hello.
Hello.
Why do you call this expert system from the 90s the AI? So from what you showed us, I mean this circuit board, it seems rather weak from computational point of view. So to be called AI, I think that is just like an expert system which has some parameters in and some parameters out. So I think this expert system cannot be called AI. Like in the meaning we like in 2023, yeah, not what we put in 2003, but like you have just some correlation between parameters, so you don't tell us what is in. And from computational point of view, it doesn't seem like Sly 4090 RTX NVIDIA cards. So it seems like an expert system, not AI at all.
Not an AI tool. Well, that is a very good question. And frankly speaking, I do not know the exact number, the exact answer. The answer I can tell you is that, we are just being pushed by our guys from the Japanese, that they are just, as I told you, there's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of...
So they are just using hype in AI industry just to make, just to sell more.
No. I think that there's a lot of information. I mean that there is an AI which is embedded inside. Yes, but well, this is a good question and I cannot answer it right now. But please come to me. We're gonna write it down. I'm gonna write every question I cannot answer right now, and I'm gonna prepare these answers with contact with my Japanese colleagues, of course. How to use the hype, and then we're gonna answer it. I'm gonna answer it, okay? And I see that there is a hand.
Okay, I have two questions. Is that your boss?
No. But
Seems like, yeah. That would be funny. Maybe fun.
I can show you my boss.
So who is that?
There's a guy from Adobe Stock, I think. Yes?
Okay. I
And
just
the-
thought that
And the second question?
beard guys work in Mitsubishi Electric, and it's just a main requirement for
Well,
a job.
no. I'm just, breaking the rules.
Okay. I have a question, maybe not about AI, because mainly universities are not up to new trends and technologies. But I graduated from AGH in Krakow, and a few years ago I had classes with very, very old Mitsubishi Electric robot, really old. I guess at least some of participants may remember that robot in the basement. Just curious that had you, for example, made some talks with universities, mainly AGH, of course, to not use AI for students? Okay, that's too fast, too much changes, but at least some cooperation to, for example, use newer robots, newer than 20 years old robots for undergraduate students.
Yes, we are talking with the universities. We've got a program which is called Miroi Tsukuri, and this is a program which is totally for the universities and for the schools. Yes, so but those talks are not so easy, yes, because there's a lot of limitations, and it's when you would like to go to the university like AGH, you have to win the public przetarg. I don't know the English word.
Me either. Okay, but
Yes, but it's happened. Yes, we are just pushing to give you not only the robot but also the PLCs, servos, and so on. But there's a special department in our office which is taking care only for that. Yes, so yes, we are talking with an AGH because I know that RV2 AJ, and
Exactly.
I also have been learned on it, and I also maintenance them. Yeah, so
Okay, so we wish luck for this department.
Yep.
We've talked with AGH. Thank you.
Tutaj jeszcze jest jakieś pytanie.
Thanks. So from my experience for the predictive maintenance, you have to create a model, a digital twin of the device that you are using, and then you simulate the different settings for it to find the one that increases its longevity. If in your case, do you have to install some external sensors with the robot to make the better predictions, for example, temperature or humidity sensors?
Everything is inside the robot. We are taking the parameters which are in the robot itself. Yes, so we are using the last of. Sorry, I'm just searching for the proper words. We are using the last servos. I mean, the last series of the servos which are embedded of the sensors inside. Yes, so we have a temperature sensor inside, humidity sensor inside, and so on. And we are not putting any extra sensor to the robot or to the cell to make a digital twin. Yes, so we are just using the parameters and the sensors which are inside of the robot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jan has a question. Okay.
Okay, just a quick one. Are you inventing these algorithms by yourself, like in the Mitsubishi, or are you using some other solutions? That's my first question.
Mhm.
And how about the hardware that inside this smart card? Is this something you develop also inside Mitsubishi, or is this something like external provider?
No. Everything is done internally in Mitsubishi Electric. Yes, so the card and the algorithm which are inside are done by Mitsubishi itself. We are not pushing it anywhere external. Jeszcze Jan.
Hello. Two things. First, to the first question, which was asked by the gentleman on the other side, I also had in mind the question, where is the AI here? But something about the board, honestly, from my experience, I would never expect that they will put expensive or with like NVIDIA boards into each robot. Usually they put the simplest SOCs and gather the data and send it to cloud, and the AI may happen there. if it's happening, obviously, but in terms of the boards, yeah, that's different topic. Of
No,
course,
that's not true.
I mean, okay, that's different topic. Let's talk later. But my question to you, Jacek, is you mentioned the Industry 4.0, right? So the cooperation between robots and humans. I wanted to ask if you are from the product point of view, so your point of view, if you are working as a Mitsubishi working on collaborative robots, or maybe collaboration between different robots, not with the human, but with each other. And maybe if you can talk a little bit about this.
Yeah, that's a very interesting question, and I mean the topic is very interesting because yes, we have a cobots in our portfolio. Our cobot is called Assista, and it's with us for about four years right now, and we have a many realization of this robot. But right now there was a hype for this cobots also. I mean, some times ago, and even right now, it's a very hot topic. But right now we are changing our mindset, and we are not talking about the cobots or industrial robots. We are just talking about the application which needs human collaboration on, or how many times the operator will interrupt for the robot work. Yes. So right now, when we have an access to the cobots or to the industrial robots, the companies, the customers are deciding which is best for them: the flexibility which is given by the cobot, or the efficiency which is given by the industrial robot. We have also the possibility to use some kind of external devices like a soft boxes, which allows us to maintain safety in the aspect of the machine, and use the industrial robot like a collaborative one. Yeah, so this is a very, very wide topic right now, and we are still in the time of the changes, because right now there's a new norm which is coming into life in a few years, and there's a lot of changes inside of this norm. Yes, so we think that this is gonna be totally it's going to be reopen of the topic of the cobots right now. Yes, because right now when you would like to use the cobot, the main word you're going to find everywhere is the risk assessment. Yes, everything is limited by the risk assessment, and this is quite a big portion of the application with the cobots. And right now it's going to be even bigger. Yeah, so yes, the cobots are still so on.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions? Or okay.
Pod gradobiciem pytań dzisiaj jakieś.
And maybe a small question for me. As far as I understood, that to apply any AI technique which you mentioned, you need some kind of data which you have measured, like Lord Kelvin said. You need numbers to predict something. So my question is, from time to time, a company probably will release a new design of the robot, a new iteration of manipulator, which will be sold to their customers. Do you have any methods or ideas how to predict how to model all of these things without a large quantity of data for your models?
I cannot answer this question. This is too hard to me.
Okay.
Przemek?
So, as Jacek said before, a lot of data information from Japan is secret. Yeah, but I believe it comes as a predefined model, and development of robots in Mitsubishi takes several years. So in this time, by the iteration, by creating new models and etc. And as I said, we don't have the exact answer for a question, but our assumption is that we are getting pre-trained model for any of the robots mechanical stuff, yeah, mechanism. and it is just adapted some kind of transfer learning made on the robot. So he will know when some of the axes, some torques can be worn off. Yeah. So maybe that's some kind of answer for you. We can go on with the question later on.
Yeah, that's made me happy. Thank you very much.
Okay, so any more questions, or we can announce the break? I don't know. Okay, so let's applause for Jacek.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so thank you for presentation, and yeah, so now it's the time for the beer time and networking, I suppose. So yeah. Okay. Okay. So in just a few minutes, Felipe will start his presentation. So you can slowly going to your chairs and comfy sit.